Well, I'm a veteran, 15 years. I found out 2014 that I had soft tissue sarcoma when I got in Panama Canal when I was there. They dropped it on me while I was in the jungle. Didn't find out until 45 years later. Finally decided to come down here. They took it out in DC before I came down. I came down here. I didn't want to live because it was a bad situation. And so on February, up to that point of February, I was laying in bed because I was in deep pain. I was in 13 pain. I couldn't go out. I couldn't take a shower. I couldn't take the trash out. I couldn't do nothing. And I just laid there and said, God, do something. So I mixed a drink with some pills in it next to my bed, and I fell asleep. Wouldn't you know? And then I woke up, and I have short-term memory, so I forgot about the drink being on my table next to my bed. Well, the third day, I ended up in a bicycle shop, and I have a bike that got tweaked. I'm sitting on this bike because I couldn't stand. I had my cane. I couldn't use that either with so much pain. And this guy I didn't know who they were. I didn't go looking. Guy by the name of Joe and Bob were standing over talking to an older couple. And Bob raised his arm up and said, hey, look at my biceps grew by an inch and a half with his patch. I turned my head and said, what? What'd you say? So this guy came over, 22 years old. And I asked, what do you know about this patch? These guys are talking, are you on it? He said, yeah, I'm on it. So for what? He turned around. He had a scar from the back of his neck all the way to his waist. And I saw that. He put on medication and called the court, got his money, found out about the patch and put it on. And I was told that he's no longer on his medication, but very little probably, not at all. And he's out there playing ice hockey with the guys again. And I go, hey, that's for me. So I got it. A week later, I got on it with Doc Clincy. I convinced her to do it. And 2.5 weeks later, I put the X39 on my neck and the E on the back of my back at nighttime and the X39 during the day. And I swear to God, in 2.5 weeks, my pain was zero. I was walking without the cane. I had no pain. And I go, my God, this is unreal. So that's when I called Doc, and Doc said he had the same results. He's 79, I'm 71. So this has been very, very interesting. So it was God favor. So I have also about 8 weeks ago, I had a CT scan done. I'm sorry, 6 months ago, I had CT scan done. They saw a shadow on my right lung. So I started putting the stuff on my lung, and I got the results here just about 4 or 5 weeks ago. I didn't open the letter up for about 3 to 4 weeks because I was afraid what was going to happen there. I didn't know what it was going to say. Finally opened it up, and they said it was no longer there, gone. And I go, wow, this is pretty interesting. So that was pretty interesting for me, and with the CT scan. But this is life-saving. I'm on the suicide list for the VA, and this has really saved my life. I had a teacher tell me about a story about her son maybe trying to kill himself, but I gave her a 988 number, and then I went to the convention and told some people my testimonial, and I said, wow, that's pretty powerful. And here I am having the opportunity to walk again and not have this pain. Still other issues I'm working, but I'm working along with the patches and finding out what else I can do with them. Otherwise, wow, I hope he just keeps on going. This is very strong, and I look forward to one of my bucket list items is to hopefully walk or jog a 5K next year in the jungle there. And we didn't know it until we started researching right now. And I was homeless, and I tried to kill myself in Virginia, and I went to West Virginia, and they put me in the hospital, and they said I got a lump on my face. So let me go in. So we probably take it out. Well, they couldn't. They opened it up, and they said, no, this has got to take a team of doctors from Moffitt and the others because you got a very, very, the chance of getting this cancer is 2%. And they sent it to Aberdeen Proving Grounds to get a second reading on it. And they came back and said, yeah, I sent you the picture before February and after. That collagen has really changed my face. It just changed me altogether. But I would say if there's any veterans on here, you need to look at this possibilities of using this and not getting on the staying on the medication, but also fight for your disabilities.
Dr. Stacey, was it sarcoma? Was that the kind?
Soft tissue sarcoma.
And it was in the connective tissue of your face?
Yeah, it was all here, right here, and I took the whole side off of here. They took they took the graft and stuff from my arm and all the way down here, the arteries and stuff. They took my teeth. I can't have any teeth because I had radiation for 28 days, and my jaws are fragile. So if I put that, I'd have to have a new jaw if it cracked. And I can't get dentures in because they took part of my mouth here. It used to be worse than this. I had 4 operations before COVID where they had skin hanging. It looked like a tennis ball. and it just looked gruesome. I finally convinced them they had to take it off, but that's what they did.
They did surgery. They cut out and they did radiation for that.
They cut the whole side of the face off, but now they only had about that much skin inside. My face is attached to the inside of my mouth. I can't eat on this side. I eat everything on the left side, but I chew with my tongue and my gum. But I had to think outside the box to survive.
And you also, Frank, did you say you had floaters as well too?
Oh yeah, I had a floater in there. Like I was telling on the other call, I had a floater in there. I was sitting on the couch and I kept seeing this real dark piece of, looked like a fly. And I kept doing it. I went to the doctor and they said, you got a floater in there. So one day after I got on the patch, I'm sitting on the couch and I said, where's the fly go? I said, the fly's not around. The fly's gone. The blackness is gone. I had a little bit of a ghost, but there's no black fly flying around. I mean, it was totally black. It was really big too. Every time I would shift my eye, it would shoot. And I thought it was a fly.
Wow. Your list is long, and you've been on the patches since February.
Oh, I've been in the March since I went on the patch since March with Doc Quincy.
So just about as long, almost as long as Alita. And look how much has changed in the last 7 months.
Yeah, one lady walked in and said, how old are you? I said, 71. She said, no way. She said, where are your wrinkles? I said, I showed her the patch. I said, the collagen. Yeah, my face is softer, my arm, my scars are a lot better appearance. And I had a scar here where I fell down last Thanksgiving, or I went, I'm sorry, Thanksgiving, I went into a friend's house and I fell. I had stuff in my left hand and used my right hand and it fractured it. They gave me one morphine and the next day I was in emergency. I couldn't, I'm able to move my arm better than I wasn't going to be able to use my arm the whole way, reaching wide, but I know it's got something to do with the stem cell patch. I can do all the way down the back of my back now. I couldn't do that before. I mean, I really shattered it.
Frank, so much has happened already, and just thank God you're here. Right, when I heard your story the other night, and you had the glass, the pills, and you prayed to God for an answer, and you fell asleep. Thank God.
The first time I took a knife to my chest with my son's hands in it. He came over to me and I took the knife, and his eyes got as big as golf balls, and that stopped me. His eyes opened up and he went running across the street, and I said, I knew I had a problem.
Yeah. And thank God you found this technology through God, through the bike shop, right?
And I wasn't looking for it.
Supposed to be. And
I was just sitting there. I had big ears and I was listening and I heard it and I go, whoa, open my ears up.
I'm so grateful you had your ears open and you listened and you asked, because right now there are almost 300 people on this call right now.
Wow.
Yeah, and of course we're going to all share this, right? Because number one, we love you and we're grateful for you to take the time to be here, because I know your mission and your purpose is, like you said, to tell every single person because of what it's done for you and what it's going to continue to do for you through the next months and years, right?
But this has got me into the suicide part of it since I've been doing it. I've been in the shoes, and this 988 number, everybody needs to know about it. So I made my own cards up and the sign for the side of my car to get it out there. Everybody needs to know about this 988 number.
Well, I'll put the 988 number in the chat for everybody. Okay.
Cool.
So that way they can have it too. And then what we're going to do is the same thing like with Alita. We're going to have you come on again at the beginning of the year, right?
Okay.
When it gets close to that year mark, and we want to hear what's going on with you then.
Yeah, I have a lot more to say.
What you're doing right now is already going to exponentially, literally reach tens of thousands of people.
What I can say, and I really want to push, is it's not a heal or a cure, and I know that because I got off of it and I got the pain start, and they told me I need to get back on it. I don't want no pain. I don't want pills, and this has really been a lifesaver. It helps me deal with my problem with PTSD without having my brain sedated and my body sedated. My brain is the function of my computer. I operate that, and I got to be able to be off that medication to make those really important decisions. I think about suicide every day, but it's normal because now that I'm talking about it, I feel stronger and I feel better about it. And I even told my kids about it the first time. They didn't understand it, but I'm going to tell them some more about it. But I tell them my story. I feel it gets out there and people realize, hey, this guy's talking about suicide, but he's dealing with it. And I'm working with suicide people.
Well, thank you so much, Frank, for being on here tonight. We appreciate you. We honor you. We are grateful for you. and we will definitely have you back on again. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, thank you for having me. I feel blessed to do this, and I'll do it again, and I plan to go further with it.